everyone, and happy release day. It's Gina from Gina K Designs, and I'm so happy to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Tom, you've got your party favors over there. Your party tools. Come say hi to everybody.
It's release night.
We are so excited.
Woo! It is nuts around here. How have you been? We never talk anymore.
I know. I feel like I haven't seen you in days because I've been in my craft room making samples, and we've both been running around all around the building today getting everything ready for tonight. Yeah. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's fun, yeah.
Well, I am so glad to see you, and I am really excited to show everybody some of our surprises that they haven't seen tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you really went nuts a little bit this time.
Yes. We
got some stuff.
We do. We have fun stuff. Perfect for the holidays, perfect for gift giving, perfect for treating yourself to a little something. So, should we get started right away?
Let's go.
All right. Well, we're going to first tell you that we are having the biggest sale of the year going on right now at Gina K Designs. Right now, we've put all of the What's New category on sale for 10% off. We never do that. So everything that's new tonight is going to be an additional 10% off, which is insane because things like our kits and our bundles are already such great prices, and you could take another 10 off of that. And everything else in the store, except for gift cards, is 25% off. That is the biggest sale of the year that we do. We only do it once a year. And we don't always do it once a year, so we are excited to be able to offer such a deep discount for everybody. I know lots of you have ink and cardstock and all kinds of other fun things on your wish list. So this week, the sale runs from tonight all the way through Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. So you have the whole week, but it is while supplies last, and once things are gone, they're not going to be back in time for the sale. So if you want something, go ahead and get it. Now, I'm going to break my rule tonight because I'm actually going to show you both incentive stamp sets too. But before I do that, I want to let you know that every order is going to get a free tidy towel. So even if you place a $10 order, you're going to get a tidy towel. And the tidy towel is a $6.95 value. If you have never tried our tidy towel, you don't know what you're missing. They are plush, they are soft, they are black, so they don't look too bad when you get ink on them. You can wash them in your washing machine or just at the sink, and they are pretty spectacular. This is the best way to clean your stamps. You can also clean your stencils with these. And everybody is getting one free. Everybody who places an order, you're getting one free. And if you place 3 orders, you're getting 3 free because you are getting one with every single order. We don't keep track of your orders, so if you're, whatever you do, you're going to get extra ones, which is fun. Makes nice stocking stuffers for your crafty friends, too. All right, well, the first thing I want to show you is the new incentive set. Oh, and let me just say, you don't have to put a code or anything in your cart. This is just automatically going to get attached to your order. So don't worry. You don't have to put it in your cart or worry about it. You're not going to see it on your invoice, just like you don't see our incentive set. But you're going to get it. So don't worry about that. Okay. Now I'm going to show you our brand new incentive set. I love this set so much, and I know so many of you did too when I posted it in our Facebook group. So let's take a look at this. This is the brand new Blooming Butterfly. Look at that set. Isn't that so pretty? So you get this big butterfly stamp, and it comes with 4 greetings: with sympathy, thinking of you, sending love, and so sorry. You can color this. You can emboss it and do emboss resist. You can emboss it in gold or silver, and it makes spectacular cards. This is yours free with any $75 in product purchase. So if you have $75 in product, after you take the discount code off, that bottom number after the discount has to be $75. It's a $75 spend. So make sure you have $75 after the discount code, and this set will be yours free. It automatically gets attached to your order. You don't have to put it in your cart. It'll just automatically show up in your order. And then if you like dies, we do offer a die set that coordinates with this stamp set. It cuts everything out, including all of the greetings. So if you're interested in that, you can add that to your cart. I believe it's $14.95 for the die set, and it does have a magnet in there as well. So that's nice. You can store all of your dies and your stamps together. So this is the new incentive set, and this is the coordinating die set. Also, you get the free tidy towel. You get 10% off of everything in What's New. And if you use the code, and let me show you the code. Tom, put the code up on the screen. It is CYBER25. So all of our What's New products are already marked down. They're already 10% off. But if you put CYBER25 in your cart, everything else that isn't in the What's New category will take 25% off of that total with that coupon code. So that's so exciting. All right, now I want to show you our second incentive. I never do this, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit too here. This stamp set is so cute, and I have to show it to you. It is called Tall Stems. So let me tell you about the alternate incentives so you understand how this works. If you already placed an order that was $75 or more, and you qualified for the first incentive, and you already have this beautiful butterfly coming home to you, if you place a second order tonight that's $75 or more, there's a little notes box that you can write something in or type something in. Just type in that box with your second order, "This is my second order, please send me the alternative set." And we will send you this beautiful Tall Stems stamp set. And it has 4 greetings in here. "You make my life better. Thankful for a friend like you. Hello, sweet friend, and sending love." So you will get this stamp set, and these are all designed to fit right under here. And this is one of those big stamps that you stamp directly on the paper. You can color it in, you can emboss it. It's so pretty. So this will be yours with your second order this week. Actually all month. This one goes until our next release. Both of these do. And I did want to mention that our incentives don't change at the beginning of the month. They go from release to release. So this one, these are going to be good all the way through to our next release party. So, you know, you don't have to worry if it's getting near the end of the month and December's coming. If you place an order early in December, our new release won't be here yet. You would still qualify for these. Okay, so I want to put those away. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of stamp and die bundles by our illustrators who are not here this evening. And let me start with this one. This is by Beth Saleka. This got such rave reviews in our Facebook group. This is a stamp and die bundle. It's also available as just a stamp set if you prefer that. And look how cute this is. It's got all different kinds of drinks. So you can do martinis, and you can do daiquiris, and you can do a mug of beer, or maybe you want to do a glass of wine or a pina colada. It's also got some really cute little add-ons like a lemon or lime, some ice cubes, an olive, a little umbrella, some bubbles for your champagne. And then it's got the cutest greetings. Here's to pour decisions, and it's spelled like pour, like pouring your fruit salad. Spritz, sparkle, shine. Bottoms up, let's celebrate. Don't worry, beer happy. Celebrate. Why not? Why not? Wine a little. That's so funny. Cheers to you on your birthday. When life gives you lemons, make margaritas. Sip, sip, hooray. And I told you we did spell it right because the first graphic I shared, I had the wrong spelling. Cheers and happy hour. So again, this is available in a stamp set or a stamp and die bundle. Now, I love this because this can be used for so many people in your life. You know, I see often people say, oh, you know, I'm always looking for something that I can make. Can we go back to the overhead for a second? Something that I can make for my husband, but he's not a golfer or he doesn't fish. I just want something simple. Well, make him a beer card. I mean, maybe he likes a glass, maybe he likes a cold beer or a glass of wine. Make him one of these. This is not gender specific at all, and it's super fun for your girls' nights and just anytime you want to celebrate. Perfect for New Year's Eve as well. All right, so this is called Cheers, and it's available now in the What's New category, stamp set, stamp and die bundle, and now at 10% off. All right. So let's show you the next stamp set from an illustrator that is not here. I love her so much, and I love her style of art. She always says something unique and fun. It is Hannah Drapinski, and she has created this beautiful set called Bundled Up. This is perfect for winter cards, and I love how big these sweaters are. They're not tiny little images that are hard to color. These are big and bold and easy to color. And you could fill this in with different stamps if you wanted to stamp the snowflakes in there or other stamps that you have in your collection. You could put hearts all over it. You could do all kinds of fun things with this one by just adding your own decor. And then this one is just a woolly, warm, cozy sweater. It's got a hat, it's got some gloves, mittens rather, and some extra snowflakes there. And then some cute sayings. So for those of you that scrapbook, you could make a scrapbook page that says sweater weather or bundle up. You can also add these to your cards or tags. Happy New Year, cold weather means warm hugs. Cheers to a new year and winter wishes. This one is available as a stamp set only and a stamp and die bundle. And again, it's 10% off right now through Sunday night. Oh, I just love this one. This is such a great Wisconsin set. Or it's great for anybody down south sending cards to your friends up here in the frigid north. All right, so this one is available now at GinaKDesigns.com. Well, I have so many other things to show you that are mine. I have something brand new to show you that's Rena's, and I've got some other surprises too. But before we do that, we are going to introduce some of our illustrators.
Quick question.
Yes.
The $75 amount for the incentive, that's before?
No, that's after. It's a $75 spend. So you have to spend $75.
After discounts?
After discounts, yep. So if you had $75 and you put the 25% off and it dropped below $75, you wouldn't qualify. You have to get that order up to a $75 spend. All our team sees is the bottom dollar amount. We don't see the discounts. We don't see anything like that. So they look at the bottom dollar amount. If it says $75, they put the stamp set on it. So make sure it's a $75 spend. Okay. Did that answer?
It did.
Okay. And I did pin, if you're watching on YouTube, I did pin a link at the top, and I pinned the code at the top of the chat. So you should be able to see that. If you see a little pinned message there, you can click on that. It'll give you the code, and you can click that link and get right in. The incentive is applied after the discount. So put your discount in there, see what your bottom number is. If it's not $75 and you need one or two more things to add them so you get that free set, because that's a great deal. All right, Tom, are you ready for our first illustrator?
Ready to go.
Okay, well, she has a beautiful new set. I'm going to give you a peek of it here. This is called Secret Garden. It's got this huge door, which I love, and the wood graining to stamp inside of it and all the hardware. She's going to give you a full product tour. This is available as a stamp set and a stamp and die bundle. And yes, let me just say, our What's New category, the discount is already up there, so you don't have to worry about any coupon code for that. We already marked all of our What's New stuff down. You'll see it. You'll see the original price, and you'll see the sale price. The only thing you have to remember is to put the 25% off coupon code in, which is Cyber25, and that will take 25% off anything that's not in the What's New category, so pretty much the rest of the store. All right, well, let's invite this lovely illustrator to the program. She's going to tell you all about her beautiful new stamp set. Let's welcome her, Lisa Hetrick.
Hi friends, it's Lisa Hetrick. Hi Gina. Hi Tom. Hello everyone, and welcome to our November release party. I'm super excited for tonight, and I'm super excited for you to see all of the wonderful stamp sets in tonight's release party. I cannot wait to share my stamp set with you. It's called Secret Garden. So let's dive in and take a peek at the stamp set and all of the inspiration. Okay, friends, here is the stamp set. It's called Secret Garden. And here is the coordinating die set. So there are several dies for this stamp set, including the door. So this stamp set is a little something different from me, totally inspired by gardens and English gardens. And actually, it was a little bit inspired by the show Bridgerton. I really wanted to do something that would work with a lot of my other stamp sets and florals. So Secret Garden became the stamp set. So here we go. This stamp set has a lot of really fun elements in it. Let's go ahead and take a walk through all of the elements that are in the stamp set. We've got this big door that covers a good portion of your A2 sized card. And it is a door with an arch, which is really kind of gives it that like old castle like look and feel for the door. And I've got some wood grain and some really interesting like wrought iron elements for the door. So we've got the door pieces that like the hinge pieces, and then the door, the lock for the door, and there's a little tiny heart inside the lock, which makes it kind of fun. Got 3 really fun sentiments here that you can use with any of the stamp sets in my collection, but it could work with these as well. Wishing you every happiness, let love grow. I love the concept of mystery and letting love grow. It just kind of comes together really nicely with the florals in this set. And flowers are the music of the earth. So just kind of a really fun sentiment. And let's talk about the florals here. So we've got 2 pieces of leafery greenery. And the really interesting thing about these pieces is that you'll see that they have an arc to them. This piece has an arc. This piece of leafery has an arc. This beautiful flower has an arc. Well, they fit perfectly around the top of the door. Makes it really, really fun. And I'm going to show you in our samples today what that looks like and how that works. Okay, I've got lots of other little blooms and leafery pieces that just kind of fill out the garden as you're starting to build this beautiful flower garden around the archway of the door. Okay, let's take a peek at the inspiration. Here is a card. This super fun card uses all of the elements in the stamp set. And you can see I've built that door piece, and I've got these beautiful rose florals and all of the other florals here with all of their leafery pieces. Just a little tiny bit of Copic marker work in here just to add a little bit of color. But you can see how the elements fit really nicely around the arch of the door. And I just kind of love this card. This one might be my favorite. I know I'm going to say that, but I know I've got a couple other favorites in here too. Okay, so when I was creating this card, it was, when I was creating this stamp set, it was shortly before I had created the Merriest Season of All stamp set that just came out in September. And I knew that this door would be perfect for using for holiday themes and holiday wreathery. So I just kind of matched this stamp set up, just mashed both of them up, Secret Garden and Merriest Season of All, to kind of create a fun little whimsical holiday door. Okay, this card might be my favorite, because I'm always looking for ways to kind of create scenes or scene builders with my stamp sets. And this is a door that opens up. And so see how you can open it up using the little hinges. I've got a little bit of watercolor there, and wishing you every happiness. And you could do even more florals here. So super fun because you have the die to cut the door open. You have the ability to cut a hole into your card base and just kind of create this little interactive element. I don't always create a lot of interactive cards, but this was kind of super fun to create and share and just kind of do these little florals over top. You can see that that beautiful rose just kind of floats down and lays right in with that arch in the door. Love that. Okay. Let Love Grow. I love this stamp set. So this is one of the hearts from one of the master layouts dies. And I've mashed this up. I've cut this piece and mashed this up with these stamps in the Secret Garden stamp set. Used the wood background, the wood grain as a background, and just kind of created this really, really fun, whimsical Let Love Grow heart. Love it. Okay. Took all of another mashup with Merriest Season of All and Secret Garden by using the leafery pieces and some of the poinsettia pieces from that stamp set, pulled them all together to kind of create this wreath element. You can see that those two pieces of leafery have such beautiful arches in them, already built into the stamp, so it makes it really, really easy to get that arch going. I've got all of these little filler pieces that make it really easy for you to kind of fill out your wreath. Love this. Love it. Okay, here's another example of a mashup using the door, but using the door stamp as a background graphic element, like an abstract element to hold that beautiful flower. And flowers are the music of the earth. I just kind of added that beautiful sentiment into this card. Super simple card, kind of still hanging on to fall, right? Because it's November. And then this card, I couldn't help myself. The piece of leafery right here is just such a beautiful, beautiful filler piece that when you put it together in the threes, it looks a little bit like mistletoe. So I mashed this up with the Merriest Season of All, added that little tiny rosebud onto the end of the word joy. And how super fun is that? Super simple, clean card. Quite the variety of card ideas that you could do with this stamp set, the Secret Garden stamp set. Okay, as with all of my stamp sets, I have a brand new card idea sheet that says Merriest Season of All. I need to change that because it should say Secret Garden. Whoops, nothing like live TV, right? So I've got 8 card ideas using the Secret Garden. This card idea sheet will be available on my website at indigojadeart.com. And you just click on the freebies and it'll be right there, along with all of the other card idea sheets for all of my stamp sets in the Gina K line. You can also get them in the Gina K Facebook group. You can also grab this there. You can also grab all of the other stamp card idea sheets there. And I promise the one that you will grab will have the correct title on it. Okay, friends, let's take another look at the stamp set. It is the Secret Garden. You can see it's already pretty well loved. Some of these little rosettes are already pretty well loved. Super fun stamp set. A little something different for me. The door is just something that I've been wanting to create and share for a while now and build some other stamp sets around it. And everything in this stamp set is in proportion to all of my other stamps in my collection, so you can mix and mash them up together. Okay, friends, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I hope you really enjoy this brand new stamp set called Secret Garden. It's available now at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New section. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite cup of something, because tonight's release party is really going to be super fun. Okay, friends, thanks so much for inviting me into your homes tonight. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Tom. I will be going live this Thursday at 11:30 with a brand new card tutorial using Secret Garden. Okay, friends, I hope to see you there. Bye now.
Lisa, your cards were spectacular. Thank you so much for sharing your inspiration and your idea sheet. That's always so helpful to everyone. And I like, Tom, I like what Lisa said. I think she has a new phrase for us.
Yes.
Mix and mash.
Mix and mash.
I
Yes.
love that. Mix and mash.
And wreathery.
And what?
Wreathery or something.
Wreathery. Oh, that's different than leafery. Wreathery.
Yeah.
I love it. Lisa, I love you. And your big honkin' stamp sets. The Secret Garden set is now available in the What's New category at Gina K Designs, and it's already marked down for you at 10% off. All right. Well, and also, Lisa has a YouTube channel, so make sure, as do most of our illustrators, so make sure that when you're done the live tonight, head over to her YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button, because Lisa does tutorials all the time with her stamp sets, and you can get so many great card ideas, and she teaches watercolor and a lot of the things that I don't know anything about. So definitely check out her YouTube channel. All right, well, we have another illustrator waiting in the wings for us this evening. She comes to us all the way from India, and she has got a beautiful new background stamp. I love this stamp. Let's just take a quick peek at it here. It's called Blossoms in Bloom, and I love this one. It can be used in so many different ways, and she is going to show you some beautiful inspiration. Let's welcome her to the program, Arjita Singh.
Hi guys, Arjita here. Welcome to Gina K Designs November 2024 release, and this year went like super fast. It is November, we'll be celebrating Christmas very soon. The year is going to be over and has been a very fruitful, very beautiful year. I had so much fun creating all these lovely illustrations for all of you, and I'm so thankful that you all enjoyed those illustrations and create such wonderful, inspiring projects. So this month again, I have a background stamp with you, which is called Blossoms in Bloom. And with such kind of a background stamp, I think all you need is just put a tiny, thin, dainty sentiment heat embossed on a thin strip of paper, and the card is good to go. Or you can do a bold sentiment with the chunky style fonts. We have so many of those beautiful sentiment dies in our collection. You can put that on top of it and your card is done. The other thing is that you can use this floral for all year round. This can be your spring cards. This, you can just add some bunnies on top. You can add critters on top of it, or you want to make it more elegant, you can stamp this and put a bird on top of it. So this stamp reached me pretty early this month, and I'm so glad that it did, and I could create so many projects for you all, and I can't wait to show all of them to you. So let me quickly flip my camera and I'll show you all the card projects I created for you. So this is Blossoms in Bloom stamp set, and I really like it because of the thickness of the lines and because the images are very open style. You can use so many different coloring mediums to color it, or just do tone on tone effects and whatnot. So I love this, and it is a 6x6 photopolymer clear stamp. You can use it in so many different ways, and I am about to show you a few of the cards I created using Blossoms in Bloom. For the first card, this is a simple heat embossed card. I used white embossing powder to do the embossing and some Daniel Smith watercolors to do this loose style watercoloring. You can use zig markers, memento markers, or any other watercoloring markers to do this. You can use powdered watercolors and liquid watercolors. Every medium is possible, and this is very, very loose style and very quick. And I finished it with a delicate sentiment. This looks really pretty. So this is the second card, and here I did some no-line watercoloring. I used a very unique color combination, which is a rosy brown, I can say, a pinkish brown for the leaves, and bright blue cobalt blue and a bright navy to color the flowers. I finished it with a sentiment which is going to be a part of a stamp set which is going to be released tonight. I love it that it comes with dies and you can cut them and use them on your cards. I did some splatters on top of this because I love doing it. I used gesso as well as the watercolors I used. So this looks very grungy, very pretty. So this is the third card, and here I used the background stamp like a background and stamped it in a blue colored ink on white colored cardstock, and then again stamped this image on some white colored cardstock and colored it using Copic markers. Then I went back and heat embossed it in golden embossing powder. I finished it with a sentiment, and this is quite shiny in person, and I really enjoyed it. So this is how you can use part of this stamp set as a focal image, and you can use it in any way you like. So for the fourth card, I again did some heat embossing, but this time it was on watercolored cardstock. I used white embossing powder for that, and then just did an ombre watercolor effect. I used one of the dies by Gina K Designs to cut this shape out, and then assembled this card, which was very quick and fun. So there is always an additional card which you can create when you use dies like this, and I also have an additional card. Here I used the cutouts and mounted it on top of a card base and created these two beautiful cards. So for this one, I used the entire image and stamped it using black ink and colored it with Copic markers. Here it's a combination of purple and green. I used a little vellum and an old sentiment die by Gina K Designs, and I used some shimmer glimmer paper to do the die cutting and just adhered it on top. I have a diffused area, and my sentiment can pop really nicely. This is the seventh card and I totally love it. This is my favorite. I did no line watercoloring, and it was so much fun. I just could not stop myself, kept adding layers and layers of watercolor, and this is what the result is. You can do less or more. You can create more intricate watercolor patterns, or you can just go as a very loose style watercoloring. So this is the eighth card, and for this I used heat embossing, and I stamped the entire image on a pink colored cardstock using my watermark ink, and heat embossed it with clear embossing powder, which gives this beautiful tone on tone effect, and yet it is shiny and so beautiful. For the focal image, I stamped my background on a white colored cardstock and colored it with Copic markers, and then I went ahead and re-stamped it and embossed it in golden embossing powder. And for this I did a lot of fussy cutting because I enjoy doing it, but you do not essentially have to do that. You can just trim the ends and place it. I used a tool like this to go in between these areas to cut that out, which is totally not important, and you can skip it. I finished this card with a simple, delicate hello sentiment, and this is one of my favorites. So this is the ninth card I created, and this is so delicate, very feminine, very pretty. This is again no line watercoloring. This is a smooth watercolored cardstock, and colored it using Daniel Smith watercolors. Finished it with this sentiment, and I totally love it. The last project I created, this is the 10th project, and this is a tag, and I used a portion of my background stamp to create this focal image. This is a simple Copic coloring, and just did some metallic paint on the back of the tag and attached this little twine. So you can create something like this also using this floral background. These are the 10 projects which I created using my stamp set, and I had so much fun creating them. I'll be posting close-up shots for all these on my social media platform. You can have a closer view there. And here is Blossoms and Bloom. So this is all from my side, and I hope you liked it. So that is all from my side tonight, and I hope you liked all the card projects I created for you. And if you need more details, I'll be posting close-up shots on all my social media platforms. I'll link it right here. You can follow me there. You can ask me questions. You can ask me anything related to stamping and coloring. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. So thank you so much, Gina and Tom, for having me, and thank you all for joining us for this release. And I hope all of you have a lovely, lovely evening ahead, and I'll see you super soon. Bye.
Arjita, thank you so much for those beautiful card projects. I absolutely love your new background stamp. It's beautiful. Arjita has a YouTube channel, and you can check her out on YouTube. Just type in her name and it will come up, and she has amazing no-line watercoloring and Copic marker videos. You can learn a lot just from sitting back and watching her create. And a background stamp is so useful in your collection, so this one is definitely a must-have. It's in the What's New category right now at 10% off at GinaKDesigns.com. All right, I'm going to show you guys. I want everybody to look up from your phone or look up from your computer for just a minute. And let's just go to the overhead here, Tom. I'm going to zoom in here because I saw somebody saying, Gina, can you show people where to put the coupon code? If you didn't put the coupon code in your order, there's absolutely nothing we can do for you here in the chat. You'll have to just wait until tomorrow, and you'll have to contact customer service and see what they can do to help you. But what I want to show you here is if you go to GinaKDesigns.com, this is the website on the phone. I always hate shopping on the phone because it's so complicated trying to find coupon code boxes and stuff. But you're going to click on the three little bars and you're going to go to shop. And then you're going to find the different things that you want to buy. If you click on filter, you will be able to see what's new, the Intri-Cut, the fuse, and all of the different categories. So let's say you want to add a stamp cleaner. You click on that, and then anything for stamp cleaning will come up. So I'll add a tidy towel even though I'm getting one free on this order. Now, let's add to cart. Now you see here where it says checkout? Okay, so you make sure that you have the products that you want, and then you're going to agree to the terms and refund policy. If you'd like to read that, you can click there and you can read the terms and the refund policy. Now I'm going to click this checkout button, but I'm going to do it off screen because some of my personal information is on here. So once you hit checkout, let me just cover this up here. Hold on. Okay, I have to cover some things there. So then this screen will come up, okay? And then I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom, okay? So this is after I hit checkout. All right, just cover my, no, I just actually put the order in. All right, well, look at that. My order's on its way to me. Let me go back. I hit the wrong thing trying to hide my information. So let's just go to my cart, check out. Give me 1 second here. I have to do this off the screen because I can't share my personal information on the screen. So just give me 1 second to put some things back in my cart.
Rena's having fun with this.
Is she?
Yeah.
That's great. Maybe Sammy can just go in and give me a refund. Would you do that, Sammy? I'd appreciate that. All right. So you guys saw where we were, right? We went to checkout. Okay. Now when you get to the checkout screen and you scroll down, here is where you put your discount code in. So see where it says $26.95. I'm going to type in Cyber 25 and hit apply, and then you can see my price just dropped. Now you can pay now, and it will pay however you normally pay, whether you use your credit card or shop pay or any of that. So if you don't do that, and let me not put this order in. Let me close my phone. If you you could put me back on the screen, Tom. If you don't go to that screen, you're going to just check out without putting the coupon code in. That's why I highly recommend you use your laptop, because it's always so much easier. I don't know what it is about shopping carts, but everything's always hidden on a phone. I guess they have to hide things that way, but it's so much easier when you're working on a computer. But if you don't have a computer and you're using your phone, don't hit pay now. Go to that next checkout bar. Okay, so hopefully you're able to do that and you'll get your discount code. The code is CYBER25 for 25% off the entire store except for the What's New category and the gift cards. The What's New category is already marked down by 10%, so you'll get a 10% discount automatically on everything in What's New. All right, we have another illustrator waiting. And Rena, I'm so glad that you're here and you're watching, because I'm going to be showing your bundle very soon. So, but before we do that, we have a fantastic illustrator. This set, I love it so much. We were going to do it earlier in the season, but we came into a little issue. So I want to show you the stamp set here. This, oh goodness, see, now I'm really close for my, there we go. This is called Blissful Birds. Look how cute these guys are. They're absolutely adorable. And it has all of these cute greetings in here. Now, I do want to tell you that this set has a typo, okay? But we fixed it. We fixed it. So the typo is, let me find it here. It is flap your wings. Where is it here? Flap your wings and soar high. On the front, it says flap you wings and soar high. That is not correct. We caught it and we ordered replacements of all of that. So when you buy this, whether you buy a stamp set only or a stamp and die bundle, that replacement stamp is tucked right inside the set, right here, so you have the correct one. So I don't want anybody to freak out if you get your stamp set and you haven't opened it yet, or you haven't even turned it over and you see that typo. The typo has been fixed, but it is on the front here of this index sheet, just so you know. Okay, so I know she's made some fantastic card projects for you and probably a tag or two. So let's welcome her to the program, Deborah Warner.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Gina and Tom. Thank you for having me. It's November 2024, and tonight is a release party night. So let me tell you about my newest stamp set. It is called Blissful Birds. There are 6 birds and a whole bunch of greetings and a few little flower images, and I got a little heart up here as well. So let me tell you what some of the greetings are. I have good luck, tweet tweet, with sympathy, happy birthday, congratulations, happy retirement, happy anniversary, shake your tail feather, love birds, thank you, get well, hello, farewell, chirp. And then I have a few other sayings that I'll let you read. I'll just tell you one of them. It's a little birdie told me that you were meant to fly. So I have a whole bunch of different things like that in here as well. So when I got started, I put all the birds in my MISTI and I just kept stamping. I did some on watercolor paper with gold embossing powder. I did some with amalgam so I could color them with either my colored pencils or my alcohol markers. And I actually did some, I embossed some in white embossing powder too. And this time I did a lot of ink blending over the white embossing powder and kind of would stamp the bird and then cut out little masks. So you'll see that in a few of my cards. So anyway, let's get started. Let me show you my samples. I'll go to my overhead snapshots and explain to you what I used on them. This is a Get Well card with an action wobbler behind my bird. My cardstock colors are white watercolor paper, blue denim, and just a little bit of jelly bean green. I did use gold embossing powder on watercolor paper for the bird and painted him with watercolors. In the background, I did use sweet corn with our water droplets stencil. I used the heart embossing folder on a blue denim panel, but I first cut a heart out of it using Master Layouts 4. The small rectangle is from Master Layouts 11. On this full front shaker card, I used Ocean Mist ink with our Elegant Script background stamp for that inside panel. My bird was stamped with embossing ink and embossed in white embossing powder. I used my blending brushes to add color to all the different sections. I also used our Hello Sunshine Trio die and our Layered Sunshine die. The sequins are from my stash. On this congratulation card, my cardstock colors are grass green and ivory and watercolor paper. I did use Master Layouts 12 to cut out the ivory panel. My bird was embossed with gold embossing powder and colored with watercolor paint. The ink for the little images of the flowers and greenery was grass green, Christmas pine, and fresh asparagus. I used some frozen rhinestones to finish it off. On this anniversary card, I used cardstock colors in Warm Glow, white, and our gold metallic. I did use our birdcage die, and I used our tapestry embossing folder, our large sentiment strips, and the frozen rhinestone, just one of them at the top of the bird cage. And those birds are watercolored and embossed in gold. I used Master Layout 7 to create this mini slimline card. The clouds were made with our sea, sun, and sky stencil using powder blue ink. My cardstock colors are white, powder blue, and there's a little panel behind there of blue denim. I did use our wave die from Master Layout 16 to create the branch. And then he is one of my birds that I did in the white embossing powder and then did some ink blending. And I finished it off with one tiny little white, soft white pearl for his eye. This is a birthday card, and my cardstock colors are Passionate Pink, Wild Dandelion, and White. My bird is colored in Prisma colored pencils, and I used our Petite Flourish background stamp in clear embossing for the background. I used Master Layouts 10 to cut out the white and yellow panel. And then the little heart is stamped in Passionate Pink ink, and I used a white gel pen to add a little interest to the bird. On this thank you card, I used craft and white cardstock. My birds are in amalgam ink, and the little heart is in red velvet. My birds are colored with alcohol markers, and I used foliage fillers and lots of dots for dies. I finished them off by giving some eyes to them with our black pearls. I cut out this tag using our shaker tag die. I used our leafy stencil with sea glass ink on some white cardstock. I used craft foam to pop up my bird, and I colored him in with Prisma colored pencils. Finished it off with some of the green pearls from our rainbow pearl mix. There are my samples. I hope you liked them. I had fun making the cards as always. And this is my favorite this time. And I'll tell you why. It's because you can see the inside from the outside. So, and that is my favorite bird. Actually, I used him on my tag as well. So that was really fun to make as well. And I really enjoy making the clouds with that stencil. Just so much fun, and every time it turns out a little bit different. So, and this is a mini slimline, and then on the inside I just put have a tweet day. So those are my samples. I hope you had fun watching them, and I can't wait to see what you do when you get the stamp set. So please continue to post your pictures. I love to see all the beautiful things that you guys make. Oh, it brings me joy when I see something that was created with something that I created. So please continue to post. Love, love, love that you do that. So I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I want to wish you a happy Thursday. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Debbie. Your samples were beautiful, and I'm so glad you got a tag in there. Debbie's set is now available in the What's New category. 10% off What's New all the way through Sunday night at GinaKDesigns.com. And yes, I noticed Brianne Loveland is in the chat, and she is sharing all the links for you, which is so helpful. And she's also sharing our illustrators' YouTube channels. And I think what Debbie does is she cuts down her portion, or she shares the portion of tonight's video on her YouTube channel, so you can just watch her card samples again if you need a refresher or you need to remember what something looked like. So make sure you check Arjita's YouTube channel and Debbie's YouTube channel and Lisa's YouTube channel, because they all will continue to inspire you. Debbie, thank you so much. We love this set, and we are so happy that it's out. All right, everybody. Now, I did want to address one more thing before we bring in our final illustrator for the evening. And then I'm going to be getting to my stuff. I wanted to talk about our Canadian friends. So those of you watching from Canada, first of all, we want to tell you how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. And we know you're going through a hard time up there with your postal system being on strike. I did a little poll in our Facebook group to ask everybody what they wanted to do about shipping. And it was really divided down the line. So what we decided to do is, if you are Canadian, you live in Canada, and you would like to place an order because you don't want to miss out, go ahead and place your order. What we're going to do is we are going to pick, pack, and hold your order. We're going to hold it until the strike is over. This way there's no chance that it's going to get thrown away at customs or messed up somehow. It's not going to sit somewhere where it shouldn't. We'll keep it safe in our warehouse, and the minute that they say that your postal strike is over, we will put it in the mail and get it out to you. If you don't want to wait, you have the option of writing in the instructions box, "Please ship my order by UPS Standard." UPS Standard will charge you a brokerage fee. It's not cheap, but some people really can't wait. Something is for a gift, or you need it to make your cards for something coming up, and you just don't want to wait. So if you want it beforehand, just put that in the special instructions box, and we will ship it by UPS Standard. You'll have it in just a few days, and that is another way to go. So that is the options. We just want to make sure that our Canadian customers don't miss out on all the goodness, but also aren't worried about their packages getting lost. About a year and a half ago, the Australian postal system went down, and we didn't know it. And we shipped a bunch of packages to Australia, and they never made it. We had to reship them all. So we don't want to do that. We don't want you to have to worry about it. We'll hold them here safe and sound, nice and warm in our warehouse. And when the strike is over, they'll be on their way to you. Okay, so let's get on to the next stamp set. I'm really excited about this one, and so are you guys when you saw it on Facebook. This is a beautiful new set by Melanie Menchinger. It's so unique. Check it out. It's called Celebrate in Style. Sorry, that was covered up. And it's this cool necklace and all these different things that you can put on it. I love that she did this. All of these alphabet letters fit inside this little tag, and it comes as a stamp set or a stamp and die combo. Even all of the greetings here have dies, so you can cut those out. And she is going to blow your mind like she usually does. I got a sneak peek of her samples this time, and I know you're going to love them. So let's welcome her to the program, Melanie Menchinger.
Hey everyone, Melanie Menchinger here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our November release party and letting me share my newest set from Gina K Designs with you, Celebrate in Style. This is a set that was inspired by my son's girlfriend's gift to me a couple Christmases ago. This beautiful little tag necklace. I love jewelry. I love giving it as gifts, and I love getting it, and I think that you're going to love this new frame set and being able to customize these 3 beautiful stacked detailed chains with all of these different charms. In addition to the different charms, and a lot of these images are from past sets, so if you've been collecting them for a while, now you've got a little mini image that you can use for backgrounds, the insides of your cards on the back that will go with those, like a butterfly, dragonfly, hummingbird, dahlia, some of the shells from my recent ocean sets, and then beautiful greetings like "You deserve the best," "Bright like a diamond," "Celebrate in style," "Shine on beautiful," and "You are a classic." Just really encouraging sentiments that are going to work so well with this jewelry theme. This is great for embossing. I don't have a lot of embossing tonight on my samples because I couldn't find my heat gun, but I went and bought one after I made several, so you will see a little bit of it. I'm saving it for the end. But it's also going to be great for adding all kinds of bling too. So I'm going to show you that tonight. Because of the size of the set, or the frame, excuse me, you're going to be able to use it portrait and layout style. So I wanted to make sure you could do that. And these are going to be great for stacking onto all of those master layouts frame dies. So I'm really excited about all those different options. So this first one I made for Amelia, who gave me this necklace. So I just stamped the little A on there. This one is stamped in jet black, the frame, and then I have got this 2-step stamped with the prickly pear ink. So this is the coordinating cardstock here. And then I just colored in the chains with a coordinating marker. And I've got that "You are a classic" just layered on this little banner right here. So there is room here or here for all of these sentiments. Again, I'm going to show you lots of different ways that you can stack those, but I just love that look and that script cut out. It's just so clean and simple. The next card, I've got it stamped on some of the soft stone, and I think this looks like when you go into a nice jewelry store. These colors are kind of reminiscent of Tiffany's. But when you see a beautiful, beautifully styled jewelry set or necklace on a velvet board. So I've got the shells on here with a little flat sequin. And then I've got one of my 2-step stamps. This is a solid one. I've got a heart, a circle, and an oval that have those little veins built into the image. And it really looks like turquoise or opal or some of the different natural minerals that are so beautiful in jewelry. And again, I put that "You are a classic" just there across the bottom. If you get the bundle, I want to point that out. Here is that frame die. Then you have got all of the little shape charms in there, and then all of those sentiments. We don't have dies for the individual letters because those are meant to go on those tags like I showed you, but I'll show you some other ways you can stamp them. You can also bling up the links of the chain. So here I've just got a bunch of little flat adhesive rhinestones. I just used one of the charms. This is the butterfly there. And then I have got those 2 sentiments stacked inside and outside the frame. And so I love using it this way: "Shine on beautiful, bright like a diamond." So this is the white, the soft stone, and the black onyx. The next one, I did a little blending and stenciling with one of our new floral stencils. I've got the "You deserve the best" layered on over this innocent pink and peach Bellini. Really pops when you layer it on some black cardstock. And then I've just got the dahlia here with a little dewdrop in the center. It just looks like a little crystal. And then again, I've got the blue lagoon here with that kind of veiny or striated heart. The next one, I wanted to just show you how you can stamp some of these greetings going around the corners. So we've got "Celebrate in Style" and "You're a Classic" there. I've got this stamped in soft stone. And I just wanted to just show some different colors other than just diamonds are my birthstone, but you can use any colors you want. So I've got some red, wild wisteria, and some of the violet ink on there. The next sample, I wanted to show how, excuse me, you can sometimes use these without the frame. So this is one of my favorite stencils, and I just forgot the name of it. I don't know if it's Fizzy or Seeing Spots, I think. But you can stamp some of those line art rhinestones or diamonds all over that. And so I just thought that created a really beautiful kaleidoscopic effect by putting those into those stenciled circles, and then I added on some of the dewdrops. The next one that I've got here, I've got one, this is a layout, landscape style. So here we've got that embossing, and look how beautiful those gold chains are when you use some of Gina's fine detail ink. That's the one I would recommend because these are very detailed stamps. I put a little adhesive rhinestone in the center there. I've got the Shine On Beautiful on the side, and so I think that's a really sharp looking layout. And instead of using the tags on this one, I just have the individual little letters hanging off that chain. I've got some different individual links too if you want to make it look like there is an actual link coming off of it, or you don't have to use that though, I didn't hear. But yeah, you can stamp them inside those little heart or circle tags, or you can just have them dangling off of that. So I love the way that looks. It might also be difficult to see in this light, but I did use the beautiful new background stamp from Arjita that blossoms in bloom, and it just looks kind of like a burnt out velvet with the tone on the red. The next one that I want to share with you, I omitted the frame, so this is an omission technique when you just ink up part of a stamp. So I just carefully inked up the 3 chains at the top of my mat in that prickly pear ink. It just makes such a nice gold. Stamped this on here, that's just the flat circle tag, and then I popped up some of those little die cut shells. I also just used a little bit of white gel pen on there, dotted it on, and it really makes them look shiny even though it's just a flat cardstock. So now it looks like we've got them on a larger frame here with that cord knitting mat. Which you can also do after you've die cut some of the different little charms. So I've kind of got a nature theme going here. I wanted to make a more diagonal layout here on this landscape style card. So I just used some scissors to cut out the 2 larger chains. So that was stamped in black on the prickly pear cardstock. So I'm using a lot of gold, I know, but I had some gray at the beginning for the silver. And then I've got some of the Christmas pine and then jet black 2-step stamped on here for kind of a round, brilliant emerald stone. So I love this layout just on this clean white base. The last one that I'm going to show you today with my set, I also wanted to show something with no chains, but another way that you can spell out a word. So what I did here is I just stamped out a row of the tags. And again, these are, hopefully you can see the shine on there. These are embossed with just the little line art round circle tag stamped in with just the jet black, the Ramona. And then this is just a metallic gold ball chain. It comes in a large roll. You can find it at any crafting store. It's very inexpensive. It's great for jewelry making, but it's also a really nice embellishment on your card. So then I just used a bead of Gina K's Connect glue on there. Excuse me, a little tickle in my throat. And so it will hold that chain. And so now you've got a little charm bracelet there, and you could have added some of the little images, but I only had room for Ramona. And then Celebrate in Style. I layered this onto the scallop die, so I just think that that just gives it a really elegant feel. Inside I put that You Are a Classic. I knew she's gonna love this birthday card. And then I wanted to show something else that you could do with those alphabet stamps. People have asked about getting a custom-made hand-stamped card, or excuse me, image stamp, hand-stamped stamp. So I used just the MM here for my initials. I like to put the date on my cards. I usually handwrite it, but I did the 2024 along with a little butterfly. The last thing that I want to show you, and I've also got this inspiration sheet that I always upload to our Facebook group. So look for that so that you can copy all of these cards. But Brian and Rena have a wonderful bundle this month, which has recipe cards and all the stamps that will go in it. And look at this. I just love how my letters, we didn't know this was going to happen, but they fit really well on this recipe card. So I did that for my name, From the Kitchen of, the Preheat 425, and then I stamped out my apple pie. And so if it's hard for you to line up the letters, or you don't have something to line it up, than doing them kind of wonky on purpose. It's a really whimsical and fun look, and I just think that's perfect for the title of this recipe card. And then the little pie. So fun. So I recommend this bundle, and I love it with this alphabet set. I hope you are loving these cards and are going to love celebrating in style with these stamps. If you make anything, please tag me so that I can come and comment and let you know how much I love the work that you are making. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I look forward to chatting with you in the party, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I never thought I would see so much beautiful jewelry in my life. Melanie, I absolutely love your new set, and your samples were amazing. And wow, I love how you can add the veins into the stones and create turquoise and opals and all that stuff. That is a really, really cool set. And it's so unique and so different from what we've ever had here at Gina K Designs. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a stamp set like that anywhere. So that one is definitely a must-have. It comes in a stamp set and a stamp and die bundle, and it's available now at 10% off in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. All right, I'm going to just tackle a couple of questions. First, Sammy, I know Sammy's watching because she said she'd be by her computer. Can you just check and make sure that people are able to check out with the kit in their cart? I saw somebody saying that they were struggling with that, and I was the one that went in and made a modification to the kit product, so make sure I didn't do anything wrong and that you can still check out with that. And if you can't, figure out what I did and fix that for me, please. Okay, and then somebody else said, what is the coupon code for the 10% off in What's New? You don't need one. It's already applied. If you go into the What's New category, you will see the regular price, and then it's already marked down 10% off. The only code you need tonight is 25% off everything else in the store, and that code is Cyber25. If you're watching on YouTube, I have that pinned up in the chat, so you can just see that little pinned comment. You'll be able to click on that, and there's a direct link that will get you right to the store. Okay. Well, thank you to all of our illustrators. Make sure you check out Melanie Menchinger's YouTube channel. I know she'll have a video showing this new set, just like she has with all of her other sets. And make sure you check out all of our illustrators because they do such a phenomenal job. Well, now it's time for me to show you a brand new bundle. Melanie gave you a sneak peek of it. I am so jazzed about this. I am so excited. In fact, on next Monday night, Rena is going to be here in the studio with me, and we are going to dedicate a video to making recipe cards and other things that you can do with this amazing bundle. So let me show you this bundle. It is just the cutest thing. This is called Chef's Choice. And it has got 2 6x8 stamp sets and this large die set that's almost like a master layout set. It's really big. You can use this for other things as well because this die is a 4x6 die. So if you like making A6 cards and you want a bigger die than the one that is in our master layouts, this is a fantastic die for that. Now, I want to explain to you what all these dies do and how this all works. So the first thing you're going to get, I'm going to open it up here so you can see everything laid out. All right, so you get this little index sheet to keep with your bundle, and you can store all of this in a stamp pocket, one of our large stamp and storage pockets. They're great for keeping all of the parts together for stamps and dies that you like to use together. It's got this large 6x8 stamp set called the Chef's Choice Recipe Card Builder. Now this has all of the different things that you can put both on your recipe card and also for the little separators, the little things with the little tabs on them that separate your recipe cards. So this way you can create category cards as well. You would cut those out with this die set, and then you would also use the little tab die that comes in it to create the little tabs, the divider cards for your recipe cards. So you have just about every category that we could think of. If we're missing something, you can always handwrite it in, but I think we've got it pretty well tackled. Like here's an example of what this looks like when it's made. So this is a divider card. I cut 2 of these out because I wanted the stitching to be pretty on both sides. Plus I wanted it to be a little bit stiffer. So I cut 2 of these out, and then I used this smaller tab die to create this little tab, and it's a fold over tab. So when you cut it out, it's got the blade around the outside, and then it's got a scoring line here that presses in the little line there, so it makes it easy to fold and you get a clean cut. Then if you want to be fancy, you can add this little die here and create a scalloped edge. And I did that on both sides. So this is for poultry. So if I had a good chicken recipe or a turkey recipe, these would all go under poultry. Now we also have this die right here. This die, we decided to do this because one thing that I think is missing on recipe cards that I want to do with all of my recipe cards for my kids is I want to take a little photo of the meal, the finished way it's supposed to look, whether it's a cake or it's, my Italian sauce or whatever. I want my kids to be able to see, or anybody I give the recipe, to see what it looks like. So I take a picture of a finished meal with my phone, and then I can shrink it down and print it, and I can cut it out. And this die is going to fit perfectly over this spot of the recipe card. So this way you can write your recipe over here. This is a good place to maybe put a shopping list or your ingredients, but you can also put them over here if you want. And then you can stamp this on the back of the card, so there's plenty of room. But then you can add that fancy little picture onto your recipe card. And I think that's really useful. Now I want to show you how these lines look when they're stamped and how you can decorate a recipe card. So I decided to do, let me find one of my recipe cards here. I decided to do one that would match, these are my colors. You guys know I love sea glass, I love turquoise, and I love a bright green. So I decided to make a recipe card that would match my little tab there. And I stamped I stamped this one on the front, and then on the back, I stamped the one with just the lines, okay? If you need more than just this, you can always add another card to this and put a little score line down it and just tape it right here. So then that card would open like a book, and you can even add more instructions. So you can make one that is 3 different panels. This is something fun that you can do because you're custom making these. Okay, and then I added the prep time. That might be something you want to add, maybe something you don't want to add. I find that useful because a lot of times, especially with a new recipe, I have to decide, can I get it done in 40 minutes or is this a Sunday meal? And then the cook time and how many it serves. I put my ingredients here, the directions, and then I stamped from the kitchen of, because I like to put my name on my recipe cards when I share my recipes. And then you can put all the extra instructions back here on the back. So there's other things that you can do with this set as well, but I'm going to show you a couple more recipe cards first. So here is another little recipe set I did. I did this in Rena's colors because she is a pink and yellow girl. So I did one that just says family recipes. And then I made another one here using poinsettias because I thought it would be fun to stencil different florals in just very light colors to decorate them to match. This won't get in the way, especially if I'm writing with a black pen, but I like to make it a little fancy, you know? And family recipes, I thought this might be a good one for Christmas cookies since I stenciled some poinsettias on here. And I wanted to show you the difference in the small tab, which the poultry is the small tab. That's the small one. And the large tab. Now the large tabs you could do 3 across, the small ones you can do 5 across. So it's up to you, whichever style you like better. Because some of you maybe don't want to use family recipes. You might want to use that for something else, like making a small book. You could punch holes in the side here and have family recipes. And you can use the lines going down the cards, and you can do them this way to make a little book. All right, now I want to show you another set that I did. And do you guys remember when we did the memory keeper box together? So I have a free template in our Facebook group, and I'm going to move this template over to my blog on the website, so you'll be able to find that. It's not there now, but I will add it on there. So this is a free template. You can just print it, and you can use it to cut and score your own memory keeper. Well, this is the memory keeper box. This is the way it turns out when you're done this. I'll also link the video for this into the description here on YouTube. So I decided that I was going to make a little gift for some of my family members of the Krupski and Aurelio family recipes. Mostly the Aurelio family recipes, because most of the recipes I make are Italian food. So all I did here was just tied this with a little bit of string. And then I made this little memory keeper box. And then inside, I made a little family recipes card. And I just used some old 6x6 paper that I found in my stash. I don't know who it's from. I don't know where it came from. And I know every single one of you out there, unless you just started, probably have stacks of 12x12 paper that you don't know what to do with. This is a perfect thing that you can make for your family. You can also stamp family recipes on the side of the box before you put it together. And then you could actually make different little boxes for different types of recipes, like Christmas cookies, or maybe all your desserts, all of your entrees, and do them in separate little boxes. So these are like mini cookbooks on your shelf. So I made this recipe card, and then I just mass produced a bunch of blank recipe cards here that I have to stamp the back still, and I'm going to fill these out. So I'll have my Italian chili recipe, and my sauce recipe, and my Italian fried chicken recipe, and my eggplant parm recipe. And I'll be able to do all of these, and maybe I'll do like 10 recipes, put them in the box, and then each year I'll give them a new set of recipes. Now, if they don't want to keep them in this box, these cards are a standard 4x6 recipe card that will fit into any standard 4x6 recipe box. So they can just pull these out and insert them and mix them right into the box that they're already using. But if they want to keep them special, I thought it would be a nice presentation to create that little box, and then, just make a little belly band out of some ribbon. You can also print something, or you could attach a little tag on here that says family recipes so they know what's in there, or like I said, you could stamp it right on the side of the box. So that is some recipe cards. Now I wanted to show you something else that I think is really fun. If you're a cookie giver during the holidays, and you maybe have a cookie exchange where everybody shares a recipe, why not make a recipe tag that you can hang on your bag of cookies? So isn't this so cute? You just create your recipe. All I did was stamp this one, but you could stamp either one. I stamped this one at the top so it had a little space here. And then I stamped this one down here. Once you line them up on your MISTI, you can mass produce these, and it's very easy to do the lines. You can also do more lines on the back if you need more room to create your recipe. But I thought that was so fun because we do cookie exchanges, and sometimes we do different things like that at work. We do potlucks. Wouldn't it be fun if you were giving somebody a gift, maybe a bread or a cookie or something like that, that you gave them the recipe with it? I just love that idea, and it kind of subs for the holiday tag as well, but it's useful because it's something they can keep. All right, so this bundle is available at 10% off, so you get a great deal on it. I would grab it now. I know it's limited. It's not going to last forever. We will order more, but I'm telling you, this one you are going to love. And what's really fun about this is this makes a great gift. Pick up maybe an ink pad or two and an acrylic block. because they could do the recipe cards the same way we do background stamps, where you just lay them on the back and you ink them up and then you know, press the card onto it. But all you need is a small block for these other little images. Give them a black ink pad and an acrylic block, maybe a little pack of Crayola colored pencils, and this bundle. I'm telling you, your young kids, not your babies, but your college kids, they would love doing something like this. This kind of craft is just exactly what millennials and Gen Z love to do when they get together with their friends. They sit around and they make bracelets, and they'll make recipe cards, and they'll do all kinds of fun things like this. Give it to your mom who doesn't stamp and get her involved. This is one of those crafts that you don't need to have a complete craft room. You could, you know, lend her your die cutting machine for a few days and let her cut all her pieces out, or cut them for her and keep the die set for yourself so you can use it for things. But I think this is such a great gift idea. And if you have crafting friends in your life, they probably don't have a recipe builder set. So this might be a fun gift for them as well. All right. Well, Rena and I are going to be here on Monday. We're going to be making some projects for you and showing you how easy this is to do. What if you glued the boxes together with each category? That's a great idea. You absolutely could glue a bunch of boxes together and just, we do have a box that opens on the top. We have a top lid box, so you could do that as well, but that would be really fun. You could definitely do something like that. Maybe change the design, and instead of, see, you know, you could glue this together, and this part here you could leave out, and then that would be the flap. So you could glue a bunch of these together, and each one could have a category in different colors. I love that idea. I love when people chime in with their great ideas. So thank you for that. The Chef's Choice Recipe Bundle is now available at 10% off in the What's New category at Gina K Designs. And remember, you don't need a coupon code for it. All right. So now I got to show you some other really fun things. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you, and you can get these tools all separately, or you can get them in one big bundle. But the first thing I want to show you is this. This is our brand new guillotine paper trimmer. So check this out. Let me zoom out a little bit here. I love this. It's Gina K colors. It's going to match your Intri-Cut. It's going to match your fuse. I'm sorry, this is the edge of my table, but I just had to get the whole thing in here. Now, what we did differently, you know, I've been using the We Are Memory Keepers, so I didn't reinvent the wheel here. I did not. But one thing that we did do differently than the We Are Memory Keepers one is we did centimeters too, because, you know, we have friends from all over the world that use our products. So we wanted to make sure that we had centimeters up here to make it easy. So let me grab my open one here. And the first thing I want to tell you is, and I can zoom in a little bit here now, but the first thing I want to tell you is, this, if you try to open this and it doesn't open, it's got a lock on it, which I really love. So just pull it and then it will open. You see the little lock here? What I love about that is, for those of you that have kids and grandkids, and this is sitting out, we want to make sure that we protect them. So all you have to do is just kind of like pull it sideways a little bit, and it locks right in to that little hole right there. So that's a big thing that we did. And then we did all the centimeters here, and we have the ruler at the bottom as well. So top ruler, bottom ruler, which I really like. And I mean, we didn't reinvent the wheel. It's a paper trimmer, but it's my favorite kind of paper trimmer. It will cut all the way up to 6.5 inches. So if you go to the little you'll see like the line that bends over here. That will be a 6.5 inch cut. So it's perfect for card makers. No, we don't have a 12 by 12 available at this time. We're just getting into tools. So I'm going to show you the ones that we have tonight, and then maybe down the line we will make some bigger ones, because I do like bigger scoring boards. I do like bigger paper cutters. You know, I love my big die cutting machine, but you know, it doesn't lock every time. You see how somebody asked, does it lock every time? See how it rests right there? So after you cut with it, it stops there. But then when you're done for the day, you can lock it to keep it safe. It's also great for traveling. I've traveled with small paper cutters before that didn't lock, and you reach into the bag and grab it, and the blade is like, So this is a 6.5 by, let me see if I have my glasses on here. It's 8.5 inches long. So it will cut just like the other one, it will cut a large sheet of cardstock here. Let's do that. All right, so we'll go to the 5.5 inch mark. And when you cut, you just press down here as your guide, and then you cut with it, and there you go. Very easy to use, and there we go. Locked back into place. So this is the new Guillotine paper trimmer. Oh, and I should mention, it is less expensive than the We Are Memory Keepers one that we were selling in our store. So we could do it at a little bit of a better price for you because it's our own branded one. And it also has this little hook at the top. I don't know if the other one had that. Maybe it did. Yeah, I think it did. But I just noticed this. So if you hang things, you can always hang this up onto a board. Okay. So we do have a Chucky tool coming. Stay tuned for that, but not tonight. But we do have one coming. We finally figured out exactly the way to do it, and it is in production. All right, so that is the paper trimmer. Now I want to show you the next thing. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping stuff. This is our new little scoring board. Now, we decided to do these in travel size. We wanted everything to be tiny in this particular tool release. We wanted you to be able to pop everything into a little to-go bag, take it with you. This is the perfect collection of tools for the college dorm, for the RVer, the snowbird, for somebody that's got a really small craft space, for somebody that's just getting started. And these tools are also great for your kids and your grandchildren as long as you're supervising, so that they have their own little tools and they don't use your big tools. So this is our multi-purpose scoring board. Now I love this. It does some really cool things. Like a regular scoring board, it will score an A2 card base for you. So we did our tool in the Gina K color because, we got to make everything match, right? And you'll be able to see, these are embedded in here. You're able to see them in real life, but because the studio lights are so bright, it's hard to see in here. So you can score your cardstock very easily. But the other thing that's really cool about this little scoreboard is the back. So on the back, it is an envelope maker. So it's not just a scoring board, but it is an envelope maker too. And it gives you the instructions on how to make an envelope to fit your cards. So depending on the size of the card, you're going to go down here either on the inch chart or on the centimeter chart, and you are going to cut your cardstock to the size that you want it to be. So, for example, if I wanted to make an A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I'm going to cut my cardstock to 8 by 8, and then I am going to use the scale mark, which is right here. These are your scale marks right here. Here are your centimeters. Here are your inches. And I'll just go to the 3 1/2 inch scale mark, and then I'll be able to score it on an angle, turn it, score it, turn it, score it, turn it, score it, and then it will make a perfect envelope. So I'm going to show you an envelope that I made. This is an A2 envelope right here. I made this with this tool. Let me get my matching card, but I'm going to turn it over so you don't see it because I haven't gotten that far yet. But here's a card that I made. And I'm going to pop that inside here, and you can see it fits really nicely. There's a little bit of room, but it fits really nicely. Now, one of the other tools that we have tonight works along with this scoring board, and it is called our corner notch punch, okay? This is a super cool tool. I have an open one here, and it does two things. it will do corner rounding and it will do notching for your envelopes. So it creates these little notches so you don't have to use scissors when you want to come into tight areas. And I will do a corner round here just so that you can see what it looks like. So if you want to round your corners, it's going to look like that, which I love this size rounder. I used it here on the envelope. I also used it here on my memory keeper. So you can see that it's a really nice rounded edge. And then it does notching. So when you make your envelope, you're going to do notches in the four corners. And what the notches end up looking like, I'll just stick it in here and make the notch. This is what the notch is going to look like. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to make an envelope, but not tonight, okay? Because I have so much more to show you. But I will demonstrate in my next video on Thursday. We'll be making a matching envelope so you can see how this works. So this is an A2 envelope. It's going to go with no problem for the price of a regular, stamp. But it gives you all the different ones here. So you can make all of those with just this little scoreboard. Okay, so that is our scoring board and our corner notcher. Now let me get those out of the way, and now I have to show you my brand new purse. It's not really a purse, but I gotta show it to you like it is. Okay, you guys ready? You ready? Look at her. I want to wear this as a purse. I want to just put a strap on it and walk around with it. This is our brand new Intri-Cut Mini. So let me show you the box that it comes in. Great gift. Here she is. Why don't we do the overhead shot, Tom? I think that's going to be better. Look at how beautiful she is. So this is a mini die cutting machine. Now this does not have all the features of the Intri-Cut. The Intri-Cut is a workhorse. It's a power die cutting machine. It's got a lot of really cool features. This is the one that you take in the RV with you when you want to go camping for a weekend and you just want to color a bunch of small images and cut them out with dies. We did talk to the manufacturer about increasing the size of the plate because the plate was supposed to be 3¼ inches, and it does say 3¼ inches, but actually the plate is just a little bit bigger than 3¼ inches. And the reason why we did that is because we wanted this die cutting machine to work with our largest oval, our largest single stitched oval, circle, rectangle, and square. So this way, if you wanted to cut those basic shapes, you could do it with this. Now, I will tell you right now that we have a bundle. So you can get the die cutting machine, the scoring board, the paper trimmer, and the corner rounder notcher all in a bundle. It is called the Card Maker's Toolbox. It's on our website and it's discounted just a tiny little bit from buying them separately. Plus you get 10% off on all of these tools because this is in the What's New category. Now let me show you how easy this is to use, okay? There isn't even an instruction manual in here because that's how easy it is to use. Inside you're going to get you're going to get plates. So let me grab the plates and show you what they look like. They're all clear plates, okay? You're going to have one 5mm plate. That is like your platform, okay? That's the one that goes on the bottom. And then you've got two 3mm plates. And this is what you sandwich your dies in between. You put that on top and you run it through. Now, if you happen to have any tiny embossing folders, okay? Now, we don't have any yet. I'll just leave it there. We don't have any yet, but that is something that is coming to Gina K Designs. But if you have any tiny embossing folders, you can also emboss with this machine. All you would do is use the base plate, and you would use one plate with it. So let me show you where the instructions are so that you don't have to try to remember that. It's right here, okay? Cutting, 5mm plate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I did the whole thing wrong. You don't need both plates. 5mm plate. Gosh. 5mm plate, 3mm plate. You put those together with your paper and cutting die, and you can cut. Get rid of the base plate, 3mm plate and 3mm plate with your paper and embossing folder, and you can emboss. This is your instructions right here. Just don't throw your box away or cut this out and just hang it up. This is all you need, okay? And these 3 plates come inside the machine. So if you happen to be looking on our website and you saw the plates separately, you don't have to buy them. They come inside the machine. But we do have the replacement 5mm plate and the replacement 3mm plates, because I know some of us get our plates so dinged up at some point that we just want to replace them. So we are selling the replacement plates, but you don't need these right away. These are for down the line, unless you're one of those people that likes to have them in case there's a snowstorm. All right, so here is everything that's included. 1 cutting and embossing machine, 2 clear 3mm platforms or plates, and 1 5mm platform or plate. That's it. That's what's in here. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip about baby die cutting machines, okay? Not just this die cutting machine. There are some die cutting machines that suction on the bottom, but because they're so little, and I don't know where my feet went on this one. I think this was the sample one that was sent to me, so I am going to pull this one out to show you that it actually has little blue feet on the bottom. Let me open this. I can always put it back. I could sign it and send it to somebody. Let's pull it out here. Or does it not have the blue feet? What? Oh, okay. All right. So we opted, that's right, we opted for these feet. I don't know why this one has the feet on the picture, but these stick better to the table. And then these are the little blue feet. Okay, I get it now. All right, sorry. I used this die cutting machine all day yesterday to cut out all my little flowers and everything. And then it's still new to me though, because this just came in very recently, so I haven't had a ton of time to work with it. But okay, so let's go back to this. All right, now I want to give you just this little tip about these. These down here are very sticky, but when you open this up, okay, look how cute that is. Isn't that so cute? When you open this up and you start using it, if the dies are very tight, sometimes these little die cutting machines move around. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it. I have had a lot going on. And these tools have been a year in the making, but it's really interesting the way tools come when you first get them. They send you different samples. They send you different handles, different feet, different things, and you pick all your components and you decide how you're going to do it. And so, you know, the finished product just finally came, and I've only had it for a very short period of time. But one of the things I want to tell you is a lot of times when you're die cutting, these can like shift around a little bit and it can feel a little bit slippery. So if you happen to have a grip mat, this is just a tip across the board. If you happen to have a grip mat, and I don't know where my grip mat went, but I think I have one around here somewhere. I have a grip mat. I don't know what's on it. There's something on it, but if you have a grip mat and you put your grip mat down first and then you put your die cutting machine on there, it's not going anywhere. So that's for any mini die cutting machine, because I know a lot of you already have mini die cutting machines, but it does help everything stick. So that's just my little tip for you on how to get your die cutting machine to not move around when you're using it. So, I mean, I could demonstrate this because I saw somebody saying, I want the demo, I want to see how it works. So let me just find a die here real quick. Let me find, all right, let me just grab a die out of here. Here's a little leaf die. It's going to be so sad to cut into this plate. I don't want to. I don't want to mess it up. You know how it feels when you cut for the first time. But I'll just take a little piece of white cardstock here. I'll just tear this off. All right, we're just going to put that down. This is the 5mm, the thicker base plate. And then I'll just put that die on there. We actually have something coming in December. Somebody just asked if we're going to do a grit mat. We are doing something that is very innovative. So I will just leave that out there. Something that you're going to love. And that's all I'm going to say. But you can see that just cut super easy, went right through, no problem. Gives you a super crisp cut. And this is just great. Oh, there's my messed up little plate. Well, you know, it is what it is, right? But this is a super easy little die cutting machine to lift and carry around. It's small. It's just so nice. I love it so much. So I think that you're going to love it as much as I do. And you can see how easy that was to cut. I know, I love to tease, but we got to get through one release at a time here. We got a while until December. That's when you're going to have your gift cards, right? From everybody buying you your Gina K gift cards for Christmas. So you can get all of these tools in our Card Maker's Toolbox. They will come in a big, you know, they're just going to come like the loose tools, but you can buy it on the website as a bundle and get that little bit of a discount. Plus, I mean, it's just like right around $100 right now for all the tools, like to get them all. So it's such a great deal, and this is just too cute for words. So make sure you pick this up. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move into the kit because I saved the kit for last. I think I showed all the tools. That they were the new surprises that we hadn't talked about in our Facebook group. But we have a brand new kit for you here, and I am super excited about this kit. So as usual, our kits come in this cute little box with a whole lot of happiness inside. And then on the back, it says, "Hey friend, sending love from our craft room to yours." And if you didn't notice, there's Tom and I, horribly wonderful, just hanging out here on your kit. All right, so this kit is called You Are So Loved. And it has got 2 big 6x8 stamp sets, 2 huge 6x8 die sets. It's got coloring stencils, and it's got a 4-piece layering stencil. And everybody thought I was crazy because this kit is already at least $130 value for $59.95. But yes, it is on sale as well for 10% off in the What's New category. Katie, there are grit mats. You could just type in grit mat over at Simon Says Stamp, scrapbook.com. Check your local craft stores and ask them about grit mats. There's grit mats from all different companies. That was a sample grit mat that I had made from a manufacturer because I was trying something with them. So that isn't a branded one. That would be one that was a sample for me to create my own grit mat. But I have a whole new idea that's never been done before. So we've kind of let that go by the wayside. But that's where that grit mat came from. All right, so we're going to start with the should we start with You Are So Loved? Let's start with You Are So Loved. So You Are So Loved is a huge 6x8 stamp and die bundle. It's got this big clear photopolymer stamp set that has all of these cute images. I love this stamp set because it's so trendy too. It's got this like speech bubble here that you can stamp a thumbs up or a heart. And you can put I like you or I love you with that. And I think that's so cute when you're making cards for your grandchildren, your Gen Zers, your millennials, people that love the internet. You could make one for me like that. I love that too. And then it's got this little jar of hearts. They could be candies. They could be something sweet, or they could just be hearts. It's got an envelope with a little heart. It's got kind of like an iced coffee thing going here with a heart. It's got a little teacup with a heart, a cupcake with a heart. It's got this string of hands all holding hearts. It's got a bow and arrow. It's got 2 little lovebirds. It's got a teddy bear with a heart. That would be cute for a baby card. It's got a little cat, little chubby cat with a heart, and a little mouse with a balloon heart. And then I told you that, right? It's got those. And then it's got You're So Sweet, You Are So Loved. And then it's got these smaller little things that can be used in the postage grid die set, our Master Layouts 14 and our Master Layouts 15, if you like postage cards. And you can use these: I love you, be mine, you plus me equals heart, 1 plus 1 equals heart, forever friend, you're my BFF. And then it's got 14 cents. That would be cute for the Valentine's Day on the 14th. 3 cents and 25 cents, just so you have some extra little postage amounts. And we did them differently than the amounts that are in our other stamps, so that you would have different ones, our other stamp sets. And then it's got a full die set that also has a 6x8 magnet, so you can put all of these dies on the magnet. Now I want to show you a few card projects that I made with this set, just to give you an idea of what you can make. And this can be used for friendship cards. It can be used for kids' Valentine's cards. It can be used for your own Valentine's cards, wedding cards, any cards of love, or any cards of friendship. So it's not a Valentine's Day set, except for that tiny little Happy Valentine's Day that goes in a postage box. But, you know, it can be used for anything. And it was really important to me that it wasn't a Valentine's Day set, because not everybody does Valentine's Day, and that's okay. You can still use this for so many cute things. So here's a card that I made, and I used Master Layouts 15 for this, and I cut that postage grid that's 3 up, and I mounted it on the black panel that comes in that Master Layouts 15 set as well. I cut and stamped and colored the little cat, the little mouse, and then I cut out the speech bubble. And then I wanted the exact same heart, so I just stamped another mouse and die cut it, and then I just snipped the heart off, and I added that heart, and I popped all of those up in there to create a little You Are So Loved card. I did add some postage amounts in here because it is a postage card, and I wanted this thought bubble or this speech bubble to be like kind of over the greeting there, so it's like saying to the person, you are so loved. So I love this card. I think it's so cute and it's so fun. I did a little bit of stenciling back here with the Harvest Flourish stencil, and I just stamped all of that with our black dye ink, and I used my colored pencils and Gamsol. So I made that card. Then I also made another little postage card using the postage grid die from Master Layouts 14. And I did the same thing. I used the postage grid stencil to stencil all the blocks in, so you've got that sea glass in there. I used the coordinating stencil for this one too. This has a coordinating stencil as well. And then I stamped and cut all the things that I thought were sweet or that could be sweet. Like this could be a little jar of heart candy. That could be a chocolate iced coffee, a cupcake, and a teacup, a sweet tea. And I put You're So Sweet in here, I love you. And then I added some of those little postage elements in there to turn that into a postage card. And I just once again colored that with colored pencils and Gamsol. That really is my coloring medium of choice. I did mount this one on a craft piece of cardstock. I felt like that worked really well with that vanilla cupcake. And this cardstock over here is Innocent Pink. So that's my second card that I made with this. My third card that I made, I love this one so much. It's all of the hands. It's the community sending love. Honestly, this would be a really good, I feel like it would be a really good sympathy card, or when somebody's just going through a health issue or maybe just struggling a little bit, you know, and the whole gang, your whole group of friends just wants to send a card together, letting somebody know that they're loved. You can stamp and die cut all of the different hands, and it doesn't have to be all 5. I did this so that each of these would cut separately, because maybe it's just a group of 3 friends. Maybe it's just 2 people. Maybe it's just mom and dad that are sending the card. Or maybe it's 4 people. You can decide how many hands you want to use. And then I just stamped "You Are So Loved" after that. I used the decorative double stencil here to just do a little grounding behind there. And then I added a little bling with some disco ball sequins. And again, I colored that with colored pencils and Gamsol. Now, one thing I want to point out about this card, don't think that this is hard to line up. It's not at all. And here's why. Because I made this die a plate. Okay? So this is a whole plate. And the plate cuts out as well. So what's going to happen is you're going to cut the images out. All the images are going to fall out and the holes are going to be left behind in a plate. So then when you go to line this up, you just lay that plate on top and then you just pop these images into the holes and then just pull the plate off. So that is your spacer plate. That's why I did that this way, so that you would have the spacer plate in there. So those are 3 cards that I made, and of course we'll be making more together for weeks to come using this fun new bundle, "You Are So Loved." Okay, well that is the first stamp set in here. Now I'm going to show you the second stamp set, which, oh, I love this one too. I love the font in this one. So this is called Delicate Dahlias. I was called out in our Facebook group because these are not dahlias. However, the artist that drew these for us told me they were dahlias, and I grow lettuce. I don't grow flowers, so I know nothing about flowers other than that's a pretty flower. They're all flowers to me. So she said, yeah, I drew some dahlias. And I said, great, I love the dahlias. And I called them Delicate Dahlias. They are actually peonies, I believe, but these are going to be whimsical ruffled dahlias, and I did find a ruffled dahlia that looks a little bit close to this on the internet, so it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect the gorgeous images or the greetings, and thank goodness we don't have a greeting about a dahlia in here. We don't. But these greetings are great. We have warm wishes, sending love, you are in my thoughts, with sympathy and hello. And then you can add these little these little strip sentiments in here. So you can say warm wishes to you and yours. You are in my thoughts, sweet friend. Sending love on your birthday. Hello, sweet friend. You can mix and match those together to create bigger greetings. And it kind of, makes each greeting a little bit better because you can add to it. You can use them alone or you can use them together. And then, of course, it's got a full die set and a magnetic board in here and every single image in here, including the greetings, have a coordinating die to match. Now, another thing, if you're new to Gina K Designs, all of our dies come already detabbed. And what that means is you don't have to worry about cutting the dies apart. All of our dies come already cut apart for you, no sharp edges. You never have to worry about that when you buy Gina K Designs dies. You just open up that package, and we did hear you. We know that some of them were breaking in the past, so now we double bag them so that won't happen. But you just take these dies out of the package, place them on their magnet. You can lay them out exactly like the stamp set, and they are ready to go. Well, I appreciate that you wouldn't know that they were dahlias because I had no idea. And I like the word dahlia, so we're going with it. And you will see in my next product that I show you that I kept my ill-informed train going all the way through this whole kit with my dahlias. But I wanted to show you that so you would see how that worked. And let me show you a couple of cards that I made. Oh my goodness. Let me just check my insulin pump here. It's telling me that it wants to start my insulin, and I am not letting it. So we'll just remind me later. Okay, so the first card I want to show you is that matching card that I made to this envelope. It's right here. Can you see the window I have there? So I cut this out. Brianne, you got to tell me which master layout set this is. I was supposed to write all of these down on the back, and I just grabbed it and didn't even think of it. I think it's Master Layouts 5, but I could be wrong. So if you could check that and link it for everybody. But I cut this window out with one of our Master Layout sets. And I used our Sea, Sun, Sky stencil to create those clouds. So you can see I did blue sky out the window there. And then I stamped this large image, and then I stamped this image, and I colored these using the coordinated coloring stencils. So there's a pack of coordinating coloring stencils that allow you to color this image and all of the single images, so you don't have to worry about coloring with colored pencils or anything like that. Oh, it is Master Layouts 5. Thank you, Brianne. And I used sweet corn cardstock for this. And then I made my coordinating sweet corn envelope that this will fit right into perfectly. And then I would just use some terrific tape or even a little Connect glue to seal that shut before I send that off. So that is a card that I made with it. I also used some of our rainbow pearls in the different yellows and peaches to kind of play off the yellow and peach in these flowers that I ink blended. And then I used the With Sympathy. And I think that that's a really pretty With Sympathy card. And I'm so sorry, guys. My pump is just telling me that that it wants me to switch the mode. So, well, we might have to listen to it beep. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. It's not too loud. But this is the With Sympathy. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. It's the equipment. So that is one card that I made. Pardon me. Now I want to show you a couple other things that I made. I had to channel my inner Deborah Warner and make a tag. I made a couple tags actually, but I made this cute little tag. So this is I'm going to zoom in a bit here. This is my Forever Friend tag. So this one I made with that same Master Layouts 5 die set. There is a little postage stamp in there as well. And I used that postage stamp. And then I just used the die as a little stencil to ink blend some blue. And then I used the Forever Friend and the 3 cents from the You Are So Loved stamp from the kit. And I just cut out some single images. This one, this little bud, these leaves, and this little sprig of leaves. And I just created a cute little tag. And I also used the decorative double stencil to create that little grounding background. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you guys for worrying. It's not a problem. I just turn off my insulin when I go live because I don't want it to give me more insulin that I need, and I don't want to have a low. But that it's only good for a certain amount of time, and we have surpassed that time. But I'm not stopping because this is too fun. Okay, so that is my little tag that I made. Now, I also made a card. Look at this card. So I used this frame, and Brianne, you'll have to help me with this Master Layouts as well. I think this might be 4. It's 4 or 5. And then I just cut a single, one of the double-stitched small ovals, and I just stuck it in there just to kind of have like something for these flowers to lean on. I popped that up with some foam squares. I popped this frame up with some of our shaker strips. So you can see it makes just such a nice, clean edge. You don't see all little bits and pieces. I love the shaker strips. And then I used bits of foam tape and shaker strips and things to pop these flowers up on top, and used Sending Love. And so lots of dimension on this card. I love this card. And I actually ink blended this with a combination of Coral Reef and a little bit of Red Hot. And then my greens were jelly bean green and a little bit of fresh asparagus. So that's another card I made. And then I have something else to show you. Like we always do with our kits, we do have coordinating poly glaze sheets. So for those of you that are new to stamping and new to foiling, I've got a whole playlist of foil videos on how to use poly glaze sheets with our Fuse foiling system. Super easy toe dip into foiling. But these are an add-on. We don't put these in the kit because we don't want to charge you for something that not everybody can use. Some people don't foil and they're not interested. But if you do want to foil, this has 8 sheets of designs in here. You've got every design and greeting that is in this stamp set, and they can all be cut out with the coordinating die from this bundle. So I did make a poly glaze card because you know I have to show you at least one so you see all that sparkle and shine. I used the Flurries background to make this. Look at that. Oh gosh, I love to look at the shine. And then I just used our double stitched and single stitched ovals to kind of ground that on top of that flurry background polyglaze sheets. And I used the carnations for this. So I just used light and medium carnation and then light and medium spruce for the leaves. And it's just always fun to see that sparkle and shine. Isn't that fun? Love that. So I made that with the kit as well. Now, I'm going to put these away because we have one more thing in this kit that just extends the value of the kit even more. And that is this beautiful layering stencil. So what did I call it? I called it a dahlia because it looked like the other ones. And my daughter Alicia designed this. So I didn't tell her, draw me a dahlia or draw me a peony. I just said, draw me a flower that looks like, kind of like these. And so she drew the flowers for me and did all the layering and everything. And I called it Dazzling Dahlia, even though it's probably a dazzling peony. But it's still beautiful regardless, and there's nothing wrong with the stencil other than the name. And I'm telling you, I am a vegetable gardener, and I need to get into my flowers, and I need to learn. So I started with a tag. I made this tag, and I used our light and medium lilac ink and our light and medium spruce ink. And then I cut this out using the polyglaze sheets, the Elegant Thoughts polyglaze sheets, and I cut them out with the Elegant Thoughts dies. This coordinates with last month's incentive set, and that incentive set is now available in the What's New category as well as the dies. This is super easy. This tag, I made this tag last night at 2 o'clock in the morning because I was just in the mood to do that, and it took me like 2 minutes to make. It is the easiest tag ever, and these layers look so pretty together. So I thought that would be a really nice tag. If you were gonna, send a little get well package to somebody, you could hang that on there. And then I made one more card with this stencil to show you using our favorite layout that we've been doing lately. Here it is. And I used the You Are In My Thoughts, and I added a little bit of gold bling on there. But isn't that just a big, jumbo, beautiful flower? Oh, I love it. And see, I would want to mix this flower. I do want to mix this flower with our winter rose because I think, if you had one flower down here and a different flower coming in from the top, that would make it so much more interesting. And you can also, mix and match colors together. So you could have reds and blues or reds and purples together. Stephanie said it could be called a poo-poo flower, and she would love it. Thank you. I appreciate you guys putting up with me and my lack of horticulture training. But here are the 2 projects that I made with this beautiful stencil. And thank you to my daughter Alicia for creating this. Alicia, you are truly one of my favorite artists. You always nail exactly what I'm looking for. So both my daughters have products here in this release. And Rena and her fiance Brian are completely responsible for that gorgeous recipe bundle. So thank you to Rena and Brian. They work together on that. Brian is also our art director of our company. He works with all of our illustrators release stuff, and he's amazing too. So we've got a lot of great artists and illustrators here at Gina K Designs, and I feel so blessed to work with each and every one of them. Well, I think I'm out of stuff to show you, but I will show you one more time, and we're going to do a giveaway tonight. But I will show you one more time what you get for free. You get a free tidy towel with every single order. So that's going to come in your order even if it's a $5 order, you're going to get a $6.95 tidy towel. You can never have enough of these. I have 4 of them all the time when I'm working because they can get messy and I don't want to stop. And then for any order where you actually spend, that's after you've applied the coupon, $75 in product, you will get this beautiful blooming butterfly for free. You don't have to put it in your cart. You don't have to put this in your cart. These will automatically get attached to your order. We've got Karen, who does a fantastic job. She touches every single one of your orders, looks at the total, and makes sure that you get what you earned in your order. And also, if you put any notes on your order, she is the one that reads them. So if you've already received this in your first order, don't forget to write in the special instructions box, please send me the alternative incentive, and you will get a different one. Okay, and then there's also a coordinating die set for this one too. So if you love cutting your images out with dies, make sure you pick this up as well. All right, so somebody said, how do you wash the tidy towel? I throw mine in my washer when they get like just too inky. Just don't throw them in the dryer. But you can also just wash them out at the sink, just with water. They'll wash pretty clean. Because they're black, they don't look so bad. I've got my used ones here, and these are old. Like, they've been used so much that they're starting to lighten up a bit. But you can see they don't look terrible. It's not like white or, you know, a bright color where you see all the ish on it. But they're actually kind of pretty. But these, if I threw these in my washing machine now, a lot of that ink would come out. So sometimes I throw them in with my black leggings because I don't care about my black leggings and I'm not worried. As long as I don't have white pigment ink on there, I'm good to go. All right, Tom, come back in and say hello. I'm sweating. What a release, right?
I think you need to take a breath.
I do. I need to take a day off. I need to take a drink.
The first breath
I'm a little dewy.
of the night. Wow.
This was so much fun, wasn't it?
That was quite a run there.
And we have a coupon code for anybody. I see a couple people that just said, I just got here. We have a coupon code tonight. It is Cyber25. That will give you 25% off everything except the What's New category and gift cards. The What's New category is already marked down 10% for you. So you're getting deals pretty much across the board at Gina K Designs. This is our biggest sale of the year. We're doing Black Friday early. We want to give you time to get these products. We want to give you time to, you know, if you're using them for gift giving or for gift making, we want to give you plenty of time to get them. So we decided to just go Black Friday crazy a week early. So, all right, Tom, what do you think? What do you think of my new purse?
All it's missing is a smiley face. Come on.
Right? A little. That's right. That's what it needs. It's so happy and so cute. I'm so in love with her. She's just the best. Oh, gosh. All right. So let's give away a couple gift cards. What do you think?
Okay.
All right. We're going to give away 2 $15 gift cards. Don't worry about it. You can use them anytime. They never expire. We have great releases month after month. So if you've already gotten your products tonight, this gift card isn't going anywhere. All right. Go ahead, Tom.
Drum roll. Oh, and the winners are Marcy Morgan and Tammy Davis.
Yay!
Marcy Morgan
Yay,
and
Marcy!
Tammy
Yay,
Davis.
Tammy! Woohoo! Yay! Congratulations, ladies. All you have to do is send your name and email address to info@ginakdesigns.com and let them know you won a $15 gift card during our release party, and they will get that emailed to you. Now, I will say, please have a little bit of patience with our customer service staff tomorrow. They are going to be overwhelmed with calls and emails. If they don't answer, it's because everybody in the building is on the phone. Just try back. And you know, if you do email them and they don't get back to you right away, just hang in there. They will get back to every single person who emails, but they will be flooded tomorrow, I'm sure. They always are during release parties. And when it's Black Friday, it's always even crazier. So we ask you to be kind to them, because today's the most fun day of the year for us. We get to buy things at great prices and think of all the pretty things, and tomorrow is the worst day of the year for them. So we appreciate you giving them grace. We also appreciate you guys so much being such loyal Gina K fans. We appreciate your business so much. Remember, to my Canadian friends, we are going to pick, pack, and hold your order until your postal strike is done. And if you want it shipped early, you can put a little note on your order that says, please ship my order by UPS standard. We will do that, but remember, there's an additional brokerage fee that you will get charged by UPS when it gets into customs. So you'll also have your customs fee that you normally have, but then you'll have this additional brokerage fee. And we don't want you to have to do that, but we know some people can't wait. So if for various reasons, it's a gift, they need to make something for somebody. So if you want it, just put it on your order and we will ship it. Otherwise, we will keep your orders safe and sound here in our warehouse until your postal strike is over. And come on, Canadian Post, get that strike solved, because we've got lots of crafters that really want to get crafty and inky. All right, everybody. Well, this was so much fun. Tom, come back and let's say goodbye together, okay? Can we do that?
Woo!
All right. So I think I'm going to have a fruit salad tonight.
I am up for a fruit salad tonight.
All right. I think we'll do that. We're going to have a fruit salad. You guys, we love you all so much. We have so much fun with you, and we really appreciate you being here with us. A big shout out to Brianne Loveland tonight for all of her help with linking, keeping me straight on what products are called to make sure you guys have the right ones. Yes, big hand for Brianne. We appreciate you, Brianne. We love you. And we love you all so much. Tom and I will be back on Thursday with another Stamp and Chat Live. I'll be showing you how to make an envelope. We'll be breaking into this new kit and having a lot of fun together. And then remember, mark your calendar for next Monday. I'm not exactly sure of the time, but Rena is going to be here, and we are going to be making recipe cards. So make sure you get your recipe bundle. Monday, right?
Yep.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
That's a different day.
It's a different day. It's an extra day because we'll still go live on Tuesday night. So we're going to do an extra live next week so we can dedicate a live to recipe card building. And we want to show you all the other things you can do, because you can use that bundle for to-do lists and shopping lists and Christmas lists and all kinds of other fun things, journaling and everything. So can't wait till she gets here and we have some fun with that. All right, everybody, until Thursday, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.